especially for the Shanty Academy. Now if you want the merchant ship to say yes, you Lord, you'll not have any trouble if you have... Hello, so first of all, thanks Brian for that invitation to give you the couple answers and talk about myself and your Shanty Academy. So the first of all, how did I get into the shanties? So I've been a sailor forever, for like 30 years or something, and I sailing a lot, and the songs and of the sea was there. That 3 years ago I will start really deeply get into what actually shanties are. The shanties are a special keyword, which is the special things. So that's what I think about the artists who inspired me, because obviously the most thing what I love to do is singing the shanties. The guys who inspire me is a person who wrote this book, The Last Living Shantyman, the British star Stan Hugo. So here's the best, here's the top, here's my favorite singer, but as a more of the living guys like you, but also the Marek Szurawski from Poland, Simon Spalding from US, or Jim McGinn from Newcastle. So those the guys which are my mental mentors, but also I keep contact with obviously the living ones, and they all the time they teach me, they give me a hand, they try to inspire me and push me towards the playing and singing the shanties in the right way. To the question of my personal experience in the shanty singing to the bigger publics, they of course happen, but there's no happens as much often as happens to you. Actually something what I try to do and what I do is a little bit different, and the different in such that way is as more as performance as authentic. That's more as interesting to me. So what is my top performance? Every single performance which is recreate the stuff from the sources, means everything you can find out on the internet right now, but not everything completely. And that's what people missing. They missing the written sources that people can find out a lot of the YouTube with absolutely fantastic performances, but they don't look at the sources any longer. Das book as one of my newest one. I have a huge collection of the books and sources from real sea shanty, from the real shanties and for beaters which has been sung on the golden age of sails. So I did sing in a couple, like the last year I was at like charity online singing, which is takes like 40 bands across the Polish sea shanties and sea song singers, and they do the charity for the person which is named Kunia. Right, so the question is, what personal rewards gain singing the shanties? What I actually have singing the shanties, I really feel like mentally being at work and the sea. This is actually only one way how you can sing in the shanties in an authentic way, and this is key value for me, because I do not feature my songs by anything. Means that's what is in this book. I exactly try to recreate, but you cannot to do if you do not understand the work which is happened. So for example, if you have the Halyard Shanty Storm Along Glad Stormy, which is an 76th page of first edition shanties from Seven Seas, you when you see my performance, you see I really my hands try to pull the rope, like storm along and around we'll go, Oh, storm along and around we'll go. Storm along, lad, stormy. Or for example, if I sing in the Made in Amsterdam, I do in Amsterdam, live mate. So as a pumping, as a raise up the halyard, which is open the sail. That's what is really important. Thanks in this. The shanties, when authentic, are fantastic, are real thing, and this is actually what I try to achieve. What do I gain from the group activities? Well, so there's various group activities right now. The mostly are online, but the one of the most important things about the shanties and maritime tradition, I think, is community. We are creates the fantastic community with the people who really share their love to singing the shanties, to love the maritime and things like that. So this is actually does fantastic things, and this is actually reason why I do my YouTube channel. I try to recreate every single song from the shanties from Seven Seas, but I'll tell you in a secret, this is no last book what I will try to recreate. There is a more, and there will come in, but for that book you need like roughly 3-4 years to recreate every single song. Why? Because the people usually right now act that if something doesn't on YouTube or any other places, that means it doesn't exist, which is not true. But we have to give the guys a little bit more sources. So this is the reason why I try to recreate every single song from that book. This is no first person who would do this. There's one guy which is called named Gib Scheffler. He is one of my mentors, and he also did records of that book, but I want to do it in my own and a little bit different way. The wisdom to share with others. Well, if you somewhere there, if you're a singer who's singing the shanties, shanty singer, shanty man, this is something which is probably doesn't exist any longer. If you're a person who's passionate about the maritime and shanty singing, I intend you to look at the sources. I know it's an old school. Read the books, open the books, and have a wee see the background. Have a wee look on 6 or 7 books of the Stan Hugo. Looking for the Richard Dana 2 years before the mast. Because in the shanties, the content, the context is everything. Thank you very much for this interview, and sail ho! Last song, the absolutely fantastic, beautiful for a beater, the Lime Juice Ship, especially for the Shanty Academy. Now if you want a merchant ship to say it's your large, you'll not have any trouble if you have a good discharge. Signed by the Board of Trade and everything exact, but there's nothing done the Lime Juice Ship contrary to the act. So ho boys, you weather my brace and ease your way you lee. Hoist chips and topsails lot and let the ship go free. Hurrah boys, hurrah, we sing as jubilee. Damn the bug of the navy boys, the merchant ship for me. So as a song, there will be the pumping shanty, which is singing as a fur beater, a roving. In Amsterdam they live and made well what I just say. In Amsterdam they live and made as she was mistress of the trade. Going on the roving with few of her maid. Roving, since roving been my ruin. Going on the roving of you of her maid. You one night I crept from my boat. Well, what I just say? One night I crept from my boat. Met this fair maid down the road. Gonna mow the roving with you, farm maid. Roving, roving, since roving been my ruin. Gonna mow the roving with you, farm maid. Thank you.